I'm not even going there. What I am going
because
to say.
she's smart. And they're going to call the next girl and you're going to be mad at work, working hard, and your man screwing somebody else.
It is not
It's
a flex.
amazing.
It absolutely is
Fantastic.
not. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. And her name is Erica Cobb. Okay? We are way off the rails.
Put it on, girl. Let me see it. Put it on, girl. Let me see it.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Accidentally Informed.
Where we can't guarantee that you'll learn something, but you just might.
That's right, I'm your host, Claudia Jordan.
And Erica Cobb.
And always a pleasure to see you. How you doing today?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing,
look cute.
Claudia?
Okay.
You look cute. Well, thank you. I'm doing this a little bit of country, a little bit of rock and roll. I don't know what I'm doing.
It looks very rich.
Does it?
It does. It looks like something like a wealthy woman would just throw on, and it's like a designer and it costs a whole bunch of money. That's what it looks like.
Oh, it's Free People.
It's cute.
It doesn't look very Free People, does it?
It does not look free at all.
Yeah.
It looks like it was maybe made by a lot of underage people, but it definitely does not look free.
No.
Are you ready for another episode where we have a lot of shenanigans?
I am. I absolutely am. It's a good week.
All right, let's jump right into it. Now, is there a foolproof way to get men to do the household tasks? Because there's a woman online that says that she has a way.
Okay, well, I'm interested to see what she says before I say anything.
All right, let's take a look.
And I'm like, honey, you have to remember, men love quests. If you don't want them to do something because you want to do it yourself, that's totally fine. But do not squash yourself down and deny yourself for no reason. Instead, let them do the quest for you and then be super appreciative and kind and happy about it. Nothing makes a man happier than completing a quest for you and you being happy and appreciative about it. So when he offers to scrape your car off, say, that would be amazing. Thank you so much. And then when he comes in, tell him, thank you. That just made my day so much brighter. Maybe make him a warm cup of coffee so that it's ready right when he comes in. It's like a video game, okay? He did his quest and then you gave him a resource in return. He leveled up in the game. He's winning now.
Once again, kind of like having a pet dog. Like, you give them a task and then you reward them with a scratch on the neck or a treat and they'll be like, so excited to do it again. There's so many parallels between dating a man and having a dog. Duh.
I mean, I see. Okay, I do understand that what she's talking about is positive reinforcement. And really, this works with anyone.
Pavlov's dogs? Isn't that the same? Isn't there a dog theory? Okay, never mind. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's positive reinforcement. Like that can work with, that works with women as well. It works with children. It works with everyone. You do something and someone says, hey, I see you and I appreciate this. And then they reciprocate something that gives you, something to feel good about. I think people should be doing that anyway.
They should.
I think that, a lot of times people feel as though, well, why should I even respond? Or why should I even,
you should be
you
doing
should,
it.
Right.
Why I gotta ask you to take out why I gotta thank you to take the trash out?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this should be doing it thing for certain remedial tasks. Like, yes, of course, someone should be taking the trash out. But if you are in a situation where it's between the two of you and you're both capable of taking the trash out and they're proactive in doing it, saying thank you, even though someone should be doing it, is not a lot to ask. And that might be the reason why you're getting negative reinforcement back to you because you aren't actually, acknowledging it. For me, I'll just go a step I'll go a step further, because I think before you get to the point of giving people accolades for their quests of scraping off your cars and stuff, these things are very easy to detect before you get into the actual, like, we're committed to each other phase. Mm-hmm. Because if you are with, and let's just say in heteronormative relationships, and you are a woman who's with a man who has been out of his parents' house for a certain amount of time and has lived on his own, you have had the opportunity to see how he lives. And if he's living that way by himself, that is also the way that he is going to live with you. So if you are noticing that this man is living on his own and it is, a disaster zone where he leaves food out, he's going to continue to do things like that. Yeah. So you might want to be, as a part of your dating practices, making how he lives and observing that a priority very early on, because that's not necessarily something that you're going to be able to change.
That's right. One of my most successful relationship as of late, with KJ. Actually, we were together for 3 years and we're still like the best of friends. There were a lot of things that I could do. I was very capable of doing, but I would like kind of be damsel in distressy a little bit. And then when he did it, I would definitely thank him.
Yeah.
And I felt like it kind of reinforced our relationship because like I was doing really well financially. And I could see how that could come off like as masculine energy a little bit, or, you know, and I didn't want him to ever think that. So I want him to feel appreciated in the things that he did for me. So sometimes I would play, and it kind of worked though. I think it made him feel good about, you know, like he did that. He did this. Things I could do.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that kind of kept it really, I don't know, it made him feel like I was appreciative of him, and it made me feel good like, you know, he got my back. And I really enjoyed that, you know. And I think you should thank people, even for things they may think is someone should be doing or not a big deal. Like, again, you taking out the trash means I don't have to go outside in the back of my house where it's all dark and scary and you feel protective of me. I think that's super sexy. I think that makes you feel protected. And women say they want to feel protected. And that is a perfect way of showing like I'm protecting you. You don't have to go out there and do that. I like that. I think there's nothing wrong with it.
I mean, I appreciate that too. I think, you know, obviously I can open my own doors, but if my husband's there, I really appreciate when he thinks to open the door for me. Now, sometimes it gets a little, you know, also be careful, men or women, like what you're putting out there for people, because then if you don't do it, it's like, well, what the hell's wrong? And why is my door still closed? Or me just walking into doors because it wasn't open for me. No, I'm just kidding.
Spoiled, right? You're like,
I was just kidding.
What is this thing in my way? Yeah, and I think it's important to not take each other for granted.
Yes.
No matter what you do for your partner, like it's just gonna make them resent you. Like you don't see that I'm doing this, but also there's also, you know, extreme versions of all this where people want to be thanked for every single little thing. If you don't,
Right.
mad at you, like you didn't see that I put my own plate in the dishwasher. Oh, I'm sorry. So
Yeah.
Here's your cookie and your medal.
Yeah, but you know,
Balance.
that could be for any interpersonal relationship. Like I do not want to go tit for tat with people. I do not want to take inventory over every single thing that you have done for me and every single thing that I have done for you. Like that is just not how relationships should work. But I have no problem with the quest, so to speak. I think the delivery probably gained traction because it does come across very tongue-in-cheek, like just give the dog his bone, you know, his treat or whatever. But I think the sentiment at the root of it is just how humans operate. It's how we respond to positive feedback.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, we do need more kindness and I don't know, just being appreciative. People don't have to do anything for you. So when they do, I'm very impressed and very flattered and very conscious of when someone does something for me. I'm like, wow, because you didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
You really didn't have to do it. And that goes with relationships, friendships, all that.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Erica, to be able to continue to have such fine, you know, pieces of clothing and jewelry, do you want to be a gold digger?
Do I want to be a gold digger?
Yes. Do you want to be a gold digger? Well, maybe
No.
not you because you're straight right now, but apparently one man has the answer. If you want to be a gold digger, he has advice. Let's take a
Okay.
look.
Here's how you be a gold digger. When you start to date a man, you need to pull back your time to prioritize making money and make that clear to the man so that he then has the brilliant idea to just cover your cost of whatever you were going to make when you were working. So if you're like, oh, sorry, I can't, I don't know, I'm a nighttime bartender or whatever, that man of means will say, well, how much do you make tonight? Just call in. Don't worry about it. And then he'll just pay for it. He'll be like, well, I can't call in. I got to work. He's going to go, well, don't worry, honey. I'll just cover your night so you can just come over here instead. And you're going to go, oh, really? You would do that?
In theory, that sounds good, but with the ratio not being beneficial to women right now, most men now would be like, well, fuck it, I'll call the next girl. They're not going to say, I'm going to pay for your shift. They'll be like, okay, go to work, honey. And they're going to call the next girl, and you're going to be mad at work, working hard, and your man's screwing somebody else. And now he threw up your pH levels, and you got to go to the pharmacy. I'm just saying.
That is a tale of at least one tell. A tale of the tell. The tale of the tales. That's one tale. Another tale is. It's like, why am I so tongue-tied?
Because your flapper is busted, I think.
So he's not 100% wrong, but it's problematic for reasons that people don't consider. I know people are going to think it's problematic because he's saying, oh, you should be a gold digger and depend on a man. And that could be problematic in itself. But I'm going to leave the obvious alone because a lot of people aren't seeing this. What he's saying is, and he was very specific. He didn't say, oh, you're the CEO of a company. He said, oh, you're a bartender. Oh, like you're an overnight bartender.
Right.
So that implies that he believes that you're in a position where because you're an overnight bartender, that isn't a job that you can't just pick up another one of as if you were like, you know, the CEO of a company or something like that.
It's not a career. It's more like a job.
Right. But what you really don't understand, and this is coming from someone who was an overnight bartender. So I worked at nightclubs until, you know, we closed at 5 a.m. And that was a job that because of women who were put in those situations, hey, how much are you making a night? How about this? I'm just going to pay for you for the whole weekend not to work so that you can hang out with me and you're getting your paper. Thanks to those women making those decisions, that's how I was able to live the way and set myself up for some huge financial freedoms because they just constantly got out of my way. Because what you're doing, that's what you're doing. You're taking yourself out of the competitive pool. So every time I would start off with like 4 or 5 other bartenders, we would be at a main bar and slowly these girls would start to dissipate because men would come in and be like, hey, I want you to hang out with me and I'm going to pay for your weekend or your Friday night or whatever. Well, as promoters and people who are running businesses, they want people who are going to be reliable. So I was just constantly showing up until I started working point and I was pulling some big numbers when I was 21 years old in order to make sure that I had the best shifts so that I could provide the best lifestyle for myself. And what happens is when you come back and you're upset because I'm at point and I'm making a certain amount of money because I'm consistent and reliable, no one is checking for you because they know that the next guy is going to come in and stand next to you and say, hey, how much are you making? And you're going to pull that same crap. But let me tell you, it doesn't just stop with the overnight bartender. No, because that can be your 20s, your 30s, 40s, whatever, however long you decide to bartend and make it that your career for the rest of your life, that is great. But just know that those same tendencies are going to follow you the rest of your life, and you are going to be seen as an irresponsible and inconsistent person. And when you're looking at the people who made it, you're going to wonder why you weren't one of them. And that's because you decided to go with some man who offered to pay for your night.
That's a very pro-woman, amazing, like strong, independent woman. But might I add another angle? I would feel like, why the hell ain't no one trying to scoop me up to save my life? Am I ugly? Are they better looking than me? Like, why are they getting saved and I'm over here working, taking on extra shifts now because she got Richard Gere that came and scooped her up and now she got an easy life and now I got extra corns on my toes and my back hurts because no one's saving me. So you have a very positive attitude. I would have been a little bitter, like, why the fuck? Why not me? Why not? I don't want to be irresponsible. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of the goddamn cape. Somebody save me. I want to be Julia Roberts on Hollywood Boulevard in cheap shoes when some guy comes and saves me. I have worked hard since I was 14 and I had to pay. I'm sick of it, Erica.
I do understand.
It's a thankless
I understand
job
what you're
being
saying.
classy and independent. It's thankless. I've been dating since the 1900s and 80 something, and I'm still single. I'm tired, Erica. You found your man. Don't hate. Let me live this. Let me vent. You're off the strip. I am still on it. I'm in the trenches, and it sucks. I'm sick of being independent. I fucking hate paying for my fucking Range Rover, my other car, my mortgage insurance, my freaking cell phone, computer, Wi-Fi. I am sick of it. I need some guy with bad health to jump on in and interrupt and say, let me take you off your shift. You've been working hard enough. So that's cute what she's doing. I'm not doing that. We are different. I'm tired. I've proven myself. And it only impresses other women. She's like, oh, that's amazing. My friends are independent. These men don't care. Come and save me, some chic, minus the dookie. Just please come and save me. I'm tired. I'm tired, Erica. I don't want to do it no more. Where's my Melania? I want the Melania Trump plan. I'm sick. I've proven myself. Since 1988.
At 88.
I'm tired. I was 15 out of paper route.
Damn, that's a long time.
72 clients. 30-cent tip for some of you bastards in East Providence, Rhode Island on 2nd Street. I remember I gave you papers 7 days a week, and on Sunday you gave me a 30-cent tip. I'm tired. So I'm glad it worked out for you, but I'm not there.
Being a strong, independent woman since
Overrated.
1988
Since
is a lot,
88.
Claudia.
Since Salt and Pepper came out.
That's a lot.
I'm tired.
Damn.
So, yes.
Damn.
Excuse me if I'm a little frustrated. So I envy the girls that got taken off the pole, so to say.
Nobody said nothing about no damn pole.
But metaphorically.
Yeah, nobody said what my point was, because here's the thing. The point was that this is a
Take off the cape, Erica. We lost the election. We're not doing this anymore.
I'm not
Soft life. Hookers are winning.
I am not.
Hoes are winning. Hookers are in the White House again. First lady, if you will. I'm over it. No one cares. Nobody cares about independence anymore. But I respect it, but they don't.
I get it. But my point was that this gentleman's advice, I do not think that he was wrong. It's just that it's not long-term advice. And the problem with it is when you preemptively dip your toes into these luxury ponds, then all of a sudden you get hooked real fast.
Yes.
And you start jonesing.
Yes.
And you're like scratching.
Yes.
When is my next luxury bag
I want
coming?
a Jones.
Oh Lord, where's my YSL? Can I get the Hermes? I'm twerking for a Birkin. And then you're just walking around,
Yes.
and then the bag looks raggedy AF because you bring that bag everywhere because that is your entry into I am somebody. And after a couple weeks or so, maybe a month, it starts looking just as raggedy as this shit that you're playing. And it's all because you listened to some man on Instagram who told you this is the way to be a gold digger, and you can only get your trial run for 36 hours, and now you are up Schitt's Creek.
Why so short, Erica? Why so short?
Because most men do not have a long period of time that they are going to maintain interest in you, especially if you drop the bartending gig just because he walked in and said he was going to give you the tip for the night.
Let these girls live, Erica. Not everyone is smart and went to good schools. There are a lot of women that are stupid and can't spell Wednesday. So for them, this is their plan. There's nothing else for these girls to do. They're not going to go on and split the atom. They can barely spell. They don't know how to spell airplane. So for them, this is a good career path. So I'm saying to each their own. For some women, that's an amazing opportunity. But you can spell. You know math. You know algebra. You have a good grasp of the English language. You know what an encyclopedia is. You know things. These women know nothing, some of them. So for them, it's perfect. So listen, I have a saying. Somebody has to make your French fries. And I think that we have to know that there's different levels. There's the scholars. There's the mid-level. She's kind of smart. Then there's the people that breathe through their mouth. For those people, this plan is perfect for them. Ladies, keep hope alive because we all need someone to make our fries and bring us our drinks.
Listen, I'm not even going there. What I am going
because
to say,
she's smart.
I'm not even going there. I'm saying that everybody knows something. Everybody there's one thing. It may not be what's traditionally respected as knowledge, but it is something that you're knowledgeable about. And I think that we need to get away from the traditional respect. Not a book in academia is going to tell you for sure that this is how you survive in this life. So I'm not convinced that there's a hierarchy on knowledge. I'm just simply saying what knowledge is considered respectable. Now I'm going to go back to what you said about this being a career path. I'm not saying that it's not attainable or something that women are able to do. I'm simply saying don't necessarily look at it as a career path because career implies longevity. Just think of gold digging as temp work.
Okay. But see, okay, yeah, I can agree with that. Gold digging is temp work unless you hook up with like a Donald Trump.
It's a temporary solution.
She's got a 20-year run.
People always say, do not make permanent decisions based on temporary circumstances. Being a gold digger is thinking that you're making a permanent decision and this is a temporary circumstance?
I don't know. The example that we have in the White House, the first lady is someone that was an escort.
Who wants
allegedly.
to deal with that? Is the juice worth the squeeze?
Well,
Like, is it?
Not for me, but she's someone that can't spell Wednesday. You know what I mean? So for her, this is the best she can do. Like, seriously. What was
I'm
Melania going to do
sorry.
if she didn't hook up with Donald Trump? What was she going to do?
I don't know. I'm
Well,
sure
she
there was
couldn't even-
somebody else. There was probably somebody who was a little less, I don't know,
Gross?
volatile that she could have hitched on to. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. Like, she has she has all of those things going on.
Bad wig game, though. It's too forward. Like, it's very, I don't know, it's too low in the hairline. But you know
I'm
what?
simply
Good for
saying,
her.
yeah.
She couldn't get in Playboy, but she did like a kind of like hustler-esque stuff.
Yeah, I
which was
did
right.
see that.
Like, at least strive. But hey, she's our first lady. So I'm saying there's a place on the totem pole of life for everyone. Thank God you didn't have to, you know what I mean? Like, you were that reliable one. I personally would have felt the way that I didn't get chosen.
But here's the thing. I never said I didn't get chosen. I just didn't take it. Let me be very clear.
She's like, oh, first of all, I was offered.
Let me be very, very clear. Okay. Especially when you're generally in the situations that I was in, I was generally one of one. So
And you have body and you was giving. I know you was giving.
I was one of one. These men, this is why I just had no respect for it. It's like these men would come back in with the women that they asked second and sit in my section or stand at my bar with them and be like, this could have been you. Are you serious right now? Because you cannot be serious. I had this dude offer me a condo and a car the same night. He came back each time and he brought the girl.
Wait, you didn't take it?
No, I didn't take it.
Reparations. I told you in the first episode, get your sometimes reparations comes in the form of a sugar daddy.
No. No.
Take it and don't mess
And he brought the young woman who took him up on the offer. And then after
Was
that,
she white or black?
he brought, the first one was black. The
Okay,
second
so
one
she
was
got
white.
she got her reparations. Then they put it right on back into the community.
Yeah, but
into
here's the thing.
But
here's the thing.
out of the community.
No. Because I do not believe, let me just be very, very clear. I do not believe in being given anything, period, point blank. Even my husband and I have been together for 10 years. When I decided to take his vehicle, I was like, I don't need a new vehicle. I really don't. He got a new car. I took over his old vehicle. My vehicle is 11 years old. You want to know why? Because if this man decides to trip tomorrow and just decide to leave me or whatever anything like that, I have a fully paid off car that is in my name. Okay. Cause this is where all y'all young girls, you really don't know. Driving around in somebody else's leased vehicle is not a
amazing.
flex. It is not
It's
a flex.
amazing.
It absolutely is
Fantastic. If I didn't have to pay insurance on someone else's car and you have all the liability, I'm winning. I have been independent since
What happens
1988. I'm tired.
What happens when they take it?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay, and the
I
bridge
can
is coming.
I
The
can
bridge is
hide that
coming.
car in a
And
parking
there's
garage in the mall.
No. If you are going to accept a gift from someone, it cannot be leased and it must have your name on it. And not only that, it should be paid off, because anybody who's out here just giving out luxury vehicles should be able to write a check that day in order to secure said vehicle with your name on it. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody, and her name is Erica Cobb. Okay?
Ooh, she said that. All right, you are listening to Accidentally Informed. I hope you're getting accidentally informed here
We
today.
are way off the rails.
Don't forget to like the podcast and follow us on social media, and please tell a friend. Let's get into our next topic. Valentine's Day is this week, and it's also your birthday.
Yes.
Happy
It's my birthday. Thank you.
Do you like having your birthday on Valentine's Day?
No, this is my 44th birthday. It doesn't matter to me anymore. I mean, some things are inconvenient about it, just because if I want to plan something for my friends or, to get together with people, I do have to take into consideration that's Valentine's Day. So, of course, all the restaurants are price fixed menu. And then, they may want to spend it with their special person. So,
Well, speaking of special person, we have something for you because you're such a special person. Happy birthday, friend.
oh my God.
Some cupcakes for you.
Oh my gosh. Cupcakes. I love
Smell good.
cupcakes. Oh, and look, there's some of my favorite ones. I love the chocolate frosting with the yellow cake. And this is red velvet. I love me some red velvet, but all of these look so yummy.
Oh, good. I'm glad
Thank
love
you.
it.
They smell so good.
Good,
Thank you.
good. We'll also do something else for your birthday. I know you're still like kind of tossing around plans, and I personally think you should go to a casino. Just because I know that brings you joy.
Really?
And it's something I know you would really want to do. And I think you would. That's where you want to be.
Okay.
You turn 44, which is a hard 8 when you play craps. And the year is 2025, so the 5 plus the 2 equals 7. It's all signs are pointing to you playing craps on
Okay.
your birthday.
Okay. Well, I'm not against because when I do gamble, craps is my game as well.
Yes.
So yeah, maybe we can figure out something for me to celebrate.
Well, of course, it's all about you.
Yeah, but of course you want to be there. I want you to be there. So
Figure it out.
maybe I'll be Lady Luck because it's my birthday.
Maybe so.
Okay.
Do you think
All right.
is Valentine's Day a real holiday to you, or is it just like one of those?
I think it's a real holiday because so many people partake in the celebrations. And sometimes I don't care if it is just a reason for people to buy flowers and tell each other that they love them. If we can stop down for other holidays and other events, we can stop down for something like that.
There's dumber holidays out there.
Exactly.
Why is there Flag Day?
Or Groundhog.
Well, that's supposed to tell us like if the groundhog doesn't, if it sees its shadow,
Yeah.
it's more winter, right?
You know who else tells us how weather trends work? Farmers' almanacs.
Yeah.
Meteorologists.
Okay.
I don't know if we need Puxatony.
Do you have a best memory for Valentine's Day? Or worst? Best or worst?
Gosh. Why is this such a hard
Or ever break up with
thing?
someone on Valentine's Day?
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. See, this is how the human mind works because you asked me for my best memory and I can come up with a ton of beautiful things that my husband has done for me over the past decade, but no one's really interested in that. When you said the worst, automatically it came right up. Okay. So I'm in high school and I'm dating this boy. And he broke up with me on February 7th, exactly a week before my birthday and Valentine's Day. And I was devastated because I was 16 and this was going to be the first time that I ever had a boyfriend on Valentine's Day and maybe / my birthday. And maybe my parents were going to allow me to go on like a group date with him. So I was really excited. He breaks up with me. That's the 7th. And I am devastated. On the 8th, he calls me and I'm thinking, oh my God, he changed his mind, whatever. He's like, so my brother asked me if I could call you and see if you could babysit my nephews because I used to babysit his nephews. He lived with his brother. And I was like, what? And he goes, and then I'm like, okay, well, when? Because I'm also like, as you know, I always secure the bag. So I'm still going to babysit because your brother pays well. Like, even though we're not together anymore. And I was like, when? And he's like, February 14th. What?
Wow.
So I go, are you serious? So you broke up with me yesterday and now you're calling me today to ask me to babysit for your nephews on my birthday. And I go, why can't you watch them? And he's like, because I asked Marcy if she wanted to go out at night. She said, yeah. So you asked BT Dub, my teammate, out, and she said yes to going out with you on my birthday / Valentine's Day. And that's why, Marcy, nothing good has come to you yet. Because
You raggedy bitch. Marcy.
I'm just kidding, Marcy. I'm sure good things have come to you.
Are you still friends with Marcy?
I don't know.
But how
where
about
I-
that? We don't gotta
yeah.
be nice to her.
I just don't want to say, in case nothing good has come, I don't want to be mean
No,
about it.
stand on business. Marcy, F you. You knew that was Erica's man. Everybody knows who's whose man in high school. And you went out with him like you were second. But damn, like, that's your friend. Like, that wasn't cool at all. Damn. That's
I do
sucks.
hope good things have come to you.
I don't.
Well,
I really don't. I my last relationship a couple years ago, I broke up with him the day after Valentine's Day because like the writing was on the wall. He was acting all weird because I feel like he snuck back with his ex. And instead of saying it, he made her excuse about having a migraine when we were out. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this.
No.
I'm not doing this with you. So I broke up with him, and that was that. And that was my last boyfriend a couple years ago. But I'm not bitter, and I also still, regardless of all my horror stories and relationships, I am still very optimistic. Like, I still think that, you know, like, it can happen at any. I could be leaving today in the airport and meet my soulmate. You know, you never really know. Like, this is the age where a lot of the good guys that got married are going through their first or second divorce, and I'll be right here, baby, to comfort you through your pain. And hopefully that bitch didn't take all your money so you can spend it on me.
I have always said that, though. I do believe that your future husband or partner, however you want to move, is either getting out of a marriage or just hasn't realized that the end is near. I just think you give second wife energy. And I think that people shy away from that idea because it sounds like you're the second choice. No. You can't be the second choice if the man didn't know you when he married the first, okay? Yeah. But I do think that I have a few friends who they give a second wife energy. And it's because in order for a man to step to you, there has to be some type of depth of knowledge about women, the way that they move, women who are very focused on, you know, I'm not saying independence like it's the cape that you wear, but just you've done all of these things and you have this depth of knowledge and experience. And like sometimes men, especially when they're younger, need a partner who's going to bring them in that direction, but then they start to drift apart. Sometimes due to no fault of either one of them, they just moved in different directions. And I think for some men who haven't committed in that way, it's difficult for them to step to you because they don't have the emotional knowledge. They don't have that emotional depth. But a man who is committed, and maybe he didn't marry the woman, but he's committed to a woman long term and shared his life with someone, that's the type of partner that's coming your way. And I believe he's out there.
We shall see, because I've been on a dating app lately and it has been tragic.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to immediately get on dating apps.
When I tell you, I'm going to show you a little video I took of him. It was the screenshots. It's just terrible. They can't spell there correctly. Just I need you to have some grasp of the English language. I don't really, that's not being a snob, but it's like super red flags where it's like, are you lazy or are you ignorant? Like, you know, we're at this age, 40s and 50s, like you should be able to spell there.
No, I get it. I do believe that when your guy is likely going to be introduced to you through a friend or someone.
Oh, he's going to have to. I need a recommendation.
Yeah.
I don't trust myself to do it on my own. I have done that before. I clearly am not a good picker. And it's fun at first, but I'm not. Yeah, my picker is off.
It's okay. We're going to get better at the picking. And so on that note, I don't want to just leave this Valentine's Day episode and not put out into the world what Claudia Jordan wants and needs in a relationship. So let's do a fire round, if you will. What's your idea of the perfect date?
If I enjoy spending time with you, doesn't matter where we are. Good conversation and like electricity between us.
Okay, I feel that. That. What's the most embarrassing thing that you've ever done on a date?
I don't really get embarrassed. Like it's like a defect that I have. Maybe it's probably not good. Like nothing embarrasses me. I can fall. I'm like, oh well, I fell.
Yeah. Like you've never misjudged a toot or anything like that.
Miss what?
Misjudged a toot.
Oh no! Like a shark? No.
I just had to get in there with something ridiculous. Okay, what's the most romantic thing you've ever done?
I've ever done? I will surprise you and like go all out, like take you on a trip. Like I remember I bought rims for someone for their Mercedes, but then he didn't pay the parking tickets and it got repoed and my rims were on. I'm like, not the rims, but at the time it was romantic. I tried. I really did.
So what's the most romantic thing a man has ever done for you?
Said guy, before things went left, bought me a beautiful, like took me to lunch in Beverly Hills and gave me a beautiful tennis bracelet from Tiffany's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
that was really nice.
Where did it all go wrong?
How much time do we have?
Okay, well, we'll do that offline. What's the go-to move a man can do to woo you?
Tell the truth. And see past the exterior. Because, starting up, my life started off in like things that were about looks, surface level things, modeling. So like, I don't want to hear like, you're beautiful on the outside. I want to hear like, you notice things about me, like about my heart. Like if you notice that kind of stuff, you'll get me. Pay attention to the little things.
Yeah, no, and I do understand that. Really quickly, I went to a wedding last month and I didn't know the guy that well and I was a little skeptical. And he said things about her that I was like, wow,
That's real.
He really knows her.
Paying attention, like that to me is just like, and knowing someone has my back. Because I feel like I haven't had a lot of that in my life, especially like my dad not really being around. So my daddy issues are, I look for validation. I want you to like notice things or have my back or feel protected around you.
Yeah.
That means a lot to me.
Yeah, I think that's fair. All right, finally, what's your go-to move to let a man know that you're interested?
I'll check on you. And I think there's other ways of saying I love you or I'm interested or I care. Like did you eat today? Let me cook for you. Let me make something for you. Like, it's not about you treating to go to dinner all the time. It's come over and let's, my love language is like serving and acts of service and feeding you and making sure you're good before you go out into the world. Like, I really, really enjoy that. I love like making something from scratch or getting in the kitchen together and like getting a new recipe and like learning how to make something together. Like, I love that. And I think people don't see this part of me and they just think the worst sometimes, like because of the field I'm in or whatever. It's all about money. It's really not. Like, I really do like the simple things.
Yeah.
I really do.
All right, so I'm going to put a little call to action for specifically the right men. Or you know what? No. I'm going to put out a call to action to sisters, to aunts, to a wife of a friend who has a friend. If there is a man that fits these qualifications, he must have a job. He must have a financial plan. It doesn't have to be billions. It just has to be stable. He has to have goals in life.
Wait. I'm about to be 52. I don't have time to wait on goals to manifest. I'm in the fourth quarter of life. I don't have time. Like, by the time you reach goals, I'll be like dead. So I need you to be a little bit sooner. I needed them to already kind
But
of
you can have new goals at 50.
No. I don't, because when you say that, I already know what's going to come to me. What? Aspiring rappers, can you listen to my tape?
No.
I want to act. Can you hook me up
But
with an
it
agent?
could be a goal.
I have a goal to do background
It could be a goal
work.
of hitting 30 countries in 1 year this year.
Okay, but we got to be specific.
That's
my
a
friend,
goal.
'cause
Okay. He has to have a tangible career and assets.
no aspiring rappers.
No aspiring anything.
And don't be 38 trying to get into the NFL. Like,
Yeah.
I can't do that
Yeah.
again.
Okay. But he has to be aspiring.
He
for
needs to
love.
have money
For love.
at this point, because I'm not paying anymore for everything that you're doing. We can go in on stuff together, and I need you to be tall.
And yes, tall. Well, because she's tall.
And
It's not an unfair, it's not like, no offense to our 5-foot girls who can only date a guy that's over 6'4". No offense to them, but she needs the height.
And I like them to be a little chiseled.
And okay, well, I think you might be asking.
I like a strong jawline,
Okay.
like Superman,
Okay, well,
like a superhero.
and you know what? We're manifesting, and
Yes.
you are manifesting
A
on
nice peen,
essentially
too.
Valentine's
Nice
Day
peen.
Eve
Nice penile.
with the Queen of Valentine's Day. So, sisters, mothers, bestie, wife of bestie,
Nice teeth.
nice teeth.
No
Maybe
missing side tooth.
coworker,
No
maybe
missing side tooth.
coworker, someone that you've worked with. So I'm asking the women in these men's lives to holler at your girls, okay? Holler at me specifically, so I can do the vetting process to be like, Claudia's gonna kill me, or wait, this might work. So just hit me up on social media.
The missing side tooth is important to me. I know
Okay.
it seems surface, but I have a really good reason. I just feel like your priorities are not in order if you never took the time to fix your missing side tooth, but you have a Gucci belt. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if you have a
Okay.
Gucci belt with a missing side, everyone can have a missing side. I had one for a minute and I fixed it like within the week because my crown fell off. But if you have a missing side tooth, that's about the same price as a Gucci belt. I just need you to just have your priorities in order.
Okay. So hit me up. You know what? Slide into my DMs. Ladies, if you have this man that you're like, he needs to meet Claudia, at Erica Cobb, and I will go through the vetting process and I'll pick some contenders. So,
No erectile dysfunction.
well, I don't know if his mom's going to know that. Okay. So that's something you'll have to learn. on
Figure
your
it out,
own.
moms.
All right. Okay. So yes, ladies, I look forward to hearing from you, and be well.
Bye. I don't think that's too much to ask.
I don't think it's too much to ask. Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yay. Thanks for watching Accidentally Informed. We'll see you next week, and happy birthday,
Thank
Erica.
you. Woohoo.